Okay, 28. F of x equals x plus 6 times x minus 4. So this is a quadratic and factored form. Which of the following is an equivalent form of the function f in which the minimum value of f, which is determined by the vertex, by the way, h comma k, appears as a constant or coefficient? Well, the only form of quadratic where h and k are presented as constants is the vertex form. That's where f of x in general equals a, the same leading a as standard form, x minus h squared plus k, where hk is the vertex. The vertex is the min or max, in this case the minimum of an upward opening parabola. Okay, so I only need vertex equations. B is going to be out. That's a standard form quadratic. Now, how do I figure out which one? Well, I notice it's either x minus 0, x minus 1, or x plus 1. So I want to find that h value, which is the axis of symmetry. Well, if I have factored form, I know the axis of symmetry. My roots are minus 6 and plus 4, corresponding to the two factors. The h value is the average of the roots. It's minus 6 plus 4 divided by 2, which is minus 2 over 2, or negative 1. So the correct factor in vertex form here is x minus h quantity squared. And that x minus h is x minus 1 for h, which really becomes x plus 1. So the correct answer is f of x equals x plus 1 squared, and only choice D represents that. Now, the other way I could approach this is to solve it by completing the squares. I could multiply it out to a factored form. That would give me x squared plus 6x minus 4x is plus 2x. Plus 6 times minus 4 is minus 24. So f of x would equal this in standard form. And now I could try to complete the squares from this. Well, I'd have the coefficient of 2. Have that. And that becomes 1. So x plus 1 is my perfect square. And I want to add the square of that half, or of that 1 really, which is plus 1. And of course, I also would have to add in the minus 1. So rearranging it, the x squared plus the 2x plus the 1 is the perfect square. That is x plus 1 squared. That leaves me minus 24 minus 1, which is minus 25. So again, f of x in vertex form is x plus 1 squared minus 25, which again is answer choice D. 29. If x is the average of m and 9, so x equals m plus 9 divided by 2. That's the average of m and 9. Y is the average of 2m plus 15. Y equals 2m plus 15 divided by 2. And z is the average of 3m plus 18. Okay? What is the average of those averages, the average of the averages of x, y, and z? Well, that would be x plus y plus z divided by the count 3. Okay, so let's add all these up. That's going to be, they're all the same common denominator of 2. So I'm just going to add up the m plus 2m plus 3m plus 9 and 15 and 18 all over 2, and that will in turn be divided by 3. So really that becomes, combining like terms, 6m plus 9 and 15 is 24 plus 18 is 42. And that's 42 divided by 2 divided by 3, which is divided by 6. And I could separate those. I see my answers are, individual separate terms. So I'm going to create individual separate fractions. 6m over 6 plus 42 over 6. Now that I've divided it into partial fractions, I'm going to simplify. The 6's cancel. That equals m plus 42 over 6 is 7. The correct answer should be m plus 7. That's answer choice B. That is your correct answer. So be careful here. A lot of students are just going to add up m and 9, 2m and 15, and 3m and 18 without first calculating their averages and then doing an average of the average, which if you do that, you're going to end up with, it looks like double this answer because you won't divide by 2, and that would lead you to C, 2m plus 14. So be careful of that mistake. I imagine a lot of students would make that if they're not carefully paying attention to directions. So it actually helps to write each of these out individually as you proceed, and then they're laid out clearly in front of you. Stay organized, keep all the information in front of you as much as possible.